Peace and drums, peace and blessings to all the good people out there. I was gonna do it with a mic for y'all, but you know, we got it to where we just gonna rock out versus style. And shout out to all the lovely performers. Frank Rank did his thing. The other sister, Miss Hicks, I forgot her first. Laurel, she was awesome. And I feel you about them collard greens, Rob, and all. Yeah, that's right. Some right good eating, right? Before we get started, I was gonna bang y'all over the head with about 5 minutes worth of bars, but since Rob spoke about the defunding of the police and contributing to breaking down this systematic oppression we have going on, I figured that it was highly appropriate to do this first song called Tag Along, because sometimes I feel like we just playing tag along out here in Babylon, you know, trying to catch up in a race that was, Martin Luther King said they keep trying to tell us to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, but we ain't got no boots. So I'm trying to get some boots. Let's hit it. Woo. Tippy from the tip, tippy from the tip. All the way up. Let's go all the way up. All the way up.
Babylon, got me playing tag along. You ramble on like you need a bib and a rattle on. You all of me. Beside the spirit, I'm stand alone, high in the sky. My eyes at a level with drum. The ark is at home with Judah right next to the throne. Blaze the earth, nothing left, not even a stone. Blaze the earth, they'll be knowing it's left but the stoners. Bongo, 90 dread, we been in the zone. Iron, lions in Zion. Born amongst the God given blessings. Just keep your eye on. Give a damn about a tool in the tent. Come get the fire. God, the everlasting, only whom I inspire. My big brother, the only one who delivers. Find your place in the herd of the lost flock and children. Count your graces, we ain't never been niggas. Look at your face, and we looking like the realest for show. No ties to a pep snake, eyes don't accept no ways of them wild Gentiles. No regrets in my image, it reflects it's mine. If you don't keep the faith, then take a little of mine. It's a narrow road to the gates of the kingdom to behold. A face full of sorrow, only Lord knows. Came back just a scrimmage in a beat coat. And the blood of a rebel never ceased though. You can't stop my goal. I've been born to be who I am. Right light from a distant star. True, the rebel ain't got a game plan. Why the pressure got you sinking in? I use the pressure as the test to be my best self. All the politics we living in. It's just the laws of man. Hope you understand. Came up, can't say I ain't planning. Get my act right till I'm off to the next planet. Doing actual damage, peacefully savage. Naturally, you acting and ask for the camera. You a pseudo hoe, and I'm unusual. Place us in the same box, I'll be sure to blow. Place us in the same race, you'll be sure to go. Blood of the lion, the main is just the bonus, so bring the soul. That's a blessing and a harvest. Hungry for the food, for knowledge, we starving. How many artists are martyred? How long for another prophet slaughter? And give the prophet to your daughter after we father. Your money breeding nonsense. No peace in the homes, I cease to expose your dirty work, a mind of its own. It's wrong with told. It's a narrow road to the gates of the kingdom to behold. A face full of sorrow, only Lord knows. Came back just a scrimmage in the beat code. The blood of a rebel never ceased though. You can't stop my goal. I've been born to be who I am. Bright light from a distant star. True, the rebel ain't got a game plan.
Listen up, listen up.
Seeds of the kingdom. You feel me? The moonlight is what we follow. See the ease behind the spies. X-ray they scrolls hollow. Picket thieves in the night illuminate the aftermath. Silver turning quick, diamond dust, gold ash. Proceed to amaze. Blueprints across the canvas to obtain the blue haze. Swift silhouettes not detected while in motion. Persuade the fuzzies with a cut so they can watch the glass open. Drill smoking through the mass. Beam ricochet shots off the product glasses. Essence of the H&H. Give me in fashion. No time for daydream. Reality we crashing. Into the villa we go on the narrow road. Yeah, let it run, bro. It's a broad road to destruction and a narrow path to the kingdom, you feel me? Yeah. We're on to and comment. Shout out to fam, all the fam.
Woo. Shout them out, shout them out.
Mac Zion in the building.
What up, Mac?
Family affair in the building.
Family affair, you heard?
Dojo in the building.
All right, stop and cue up favor. Yes, so that's the first selection, ladies and gentlemen. And I forgot to mention that that track was by a brother of mine, Brian Bray Specimen. We call him Specimen Beats. He's from Nairobi, Kenya. We did a music therapy and music trip out there in 2016, I believe. We were the first band to go with Global Youth Groove. And that was a real important moment because a lot of us here in America of the African diaspora and of the African descent, the people here in America don't have a connection to our African brothers and sisters. And when we went over there, they really moved how we really move here. So there was no difference. Like I remember we were in the store, we sat down to eat, and the guy said, "Asante auntie." Y'all all know Asante Sana Squash from Lion King. Asante means thank you in Swahili. He said, "Asante auntie." That's just like if you in the South, "Hey auntie," you don't even know this woman. You call everybody auntie, you know what I'm saying? So they move just like we move. And that track was a testament to the strength of this diaspora. You heard? So the next track we're gonna do, if y'all heard me at the end of the last song, I shouted out Just Mac, Family Affair, which is Jaina, June, and Salim Ali and Dojo, where we recorded that in Boston. So this next track I'm gonna do is called Favor. And I want you guys to think about the word favor. I want you to think about favor in terms of doing favors, favor in terms of being favored, and favored just because we flavor, you know what I'm saying? We got the sauce. All right, hit it. Let's do it.
To get it right,
and to get it right.
Back to my front, love only came when you wanna fight. Yeah. Get my point across, damn it, I'ma get it understood. I do it for my bigger brother. The cross is where he stood. They'll cross me if they could. Crossroads burning like firewood. Go the distance if you disrespected us. Zap you like Zeus and Olympus. It's good. Why you wanna move to Hollywood? Why you claiming that you misunderstood? Not explaining, getting frustrated. I can see why you got ran about the hood. You can do this all day. I can't be around fakes. Get a little bit, give a lot of it, and a favor go a long way. Why you waiting for handouts? The industry dead now. Money is power, and your records ain't sell. How the hell you get your cane and you got a bigger sense than the niggas sniping brothers like you playing on Saints routes? I can't see myself giving all for the wealth. As long as I'm one for the love, do it to the death. Show me my options. I don't even need to start talking. Don't hit me when the hell dogs bark and stuff. Roll to it, coming closer with a hero eye. Mama moon, I am sun, we control the sky. Rona baby looking out, she always by my side. Whipping baking soda, charcoal, no fluoride. Stop the bullshit, that's killing your third eye. Pass it double barrel 2 times, that's my third high. That's my third high. Had to grow up, had to make mistakes to get it right. Had to mature, had to see through the silver lining. Back where I'm from, love only came when you wanna fight. Get it and ride. Even some of the strongest don't survive. Even some of the strongest don't survive. Even some of the toughest don't get live. Even some of the hardest don't survive. We ride. We ride. Real tough.
Come on, Jane. Jane and Salim, what's up?
I need you. Be with me, control me, I need you. Champion is in my blood. Misfortune, you're just out of luck. Yeah, you're out of luck.
Shout out to Mac. Just Mac coming up with y'all. I'm flavored, I'm favored. Come on, Mac, speak to him.
Only thing promised with the hustle is the pain. Everything else come and go like the rain. Money start to flow and I can't go broke again. Steady moving up like the boy Jefferson. Every morning waking up, I'm closer to the sun. Raising to the sky, and I swear I never run. Aiming at the stars, get the double like a drum. Waking up the whole block with a thought it was a gun like bang. I'ma lead the same way that I came. Feel like we the only ones out here using our brain. Feel like we the only ones out here feeling the thing. All these armies in my lane, I'm next, I'm overcame. God dang.
I'm favored, I'm favored.
some flavor.
I need that, I need you. Be with me, control me, I need you. Champion is in my blood. Misfortune, you're just out of luck. Handle it. Yeah, you're out of luck.
Took a few to see the new school.
Come on, June.
Now I just groove.
Young little dude.
Sitting so smooth, you already know when
Right
in the booth.
Let me get loose.
Even if I got nothing to do, I got nothing to lose. Something in the juice. Got them looking straight crooked. Got them really trying to figure out how I took it.
Had to grow up, had to make mistakes to get it right. Had to mature, had to see through the silver lining. Back where I'm from, love only came when you wanna fight. Get it and ride, even some of the strongest don't survive. Even some of the strongest don't get live. Even some of the hardest don't get live. Even some of the hardest don't survive. We ride. We ride. 100. Yeah, Dave.
Yes, sir. That's called Favor, y'all. All these tracks are on my SoundCloud. Ayinde Webb. Those voices you heard, the first verse after me, actually the hook after me was Jana. You know, congratulations to her, new family. And who else we had? Salim Ali, that's my brother right there. Me and him could do no wrong on the track. And we had Just Mac, that's Jana's cousin, and June, they all cousins. That's why we call it a family affair. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna move it right along. Speaking of Salim Ali, he's on this next track. He actually produced this next track. And he moved, we're both from Oakland, we both from the Bay. And he moved out to Boston where I was going to school. We were both going to Berkeley College of Music. And just from the first day he came and moved in with me, we sat down and wrote this song. It's called Stacked Habits. And we painting a picture of our current atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to the lyrics, you know, it's something in there about the, you know, the brothers that were at Starbucks, you know, that they called the peoples on them, the police on them, and things like that. Stacked habits. Why are we the way that we are? Why, you know, why they get, like Ice Cube said it best, they give us guns and drugs, then wonder why in the F we thugs. Okay? It's one thing to be pro-black, another thing to be pro-hood. I'm gonna say it. We gotta love all our brethren. We gotta get on the same page with this conversation. So that's what this song is about. Let's hit it. Let's go. Still queuing up.
No need for the premises. They were thrown.
Not yet. She's about to give y'all, my other half is on the ones and twos. She's about to give y'all a sneak peek. While she pulls that up though, I will say, we cannot let anything that's done to us as a people add to our trauma. Yeah, that's the one. You just got started over. I'm not saying don't be angry. It's okay to be angry. Use your energy in a productive way. Here we go. Check it out. Mix the kettle with the craft and some hard work. Chest vest for the pest cause life hurts. Black hoodie while standing outside the Starbucks. Carving my path for my peace and a remedy.
Pills for your sorrows,
thrills for your sorrow, steady seeking tomorrow. God bless my enemies. Slipping on pimping, you need a game extension. I'm hiding the senses if I can get you to listen. Deep in the pocket, yeah, I just fit in the rhythm. Deep in the pocket, yeah, I'm pursuing this living. Grown to and common here, hailing from the Golden State. With a heroine, black Salagi in this thing, man with the golden face. Rona got my back though. All in all, baby, all in all, that's if you asking. All in all, baby, all in all. Now that's how you practice. Come on, Ali, speak to him. Huh?
All hard work.
What? No practice. Back at it, numbing like a jackrabbit. Woo!
Stacked habits from a life of that cabbage.
Need green to convene. I'm just spitting facts, Captain. Woo!
But tooth in a better life. Sore thumbs get no treasure.
Hike the button to my ghetto tribes.
Same hope, but only moving up.
I can't forget the credit, so the movie stuck. What?
Losing to the winning lines. Rewind, only get mine. I do not finish mines if my kin is like we gon' get big together. The skin is the feather. No matter God's weather, go hard to the dresser. Love, do not let up. Learn from the lesson, Professor Vanessa. Pray for the beats, make beats for the stressor. Righteous intent, make them lean to the left. So I cook with the sauce from the best of the chefs, bro. Clinging to the life they live. I'm leaning to the right they give. Another up and coming, say a million of me buzzing, but I'm nothing like a number till you cashing out the drawer. Holding one lucky, I should call them like 4 times in a row, maybe more like hits need a medi-pack. Hustler on any track, sold to the roll, I can find this shit on any map.
I don't think y'all heard what my brother said, bro. He said, we gonna get big together. The skin is the feather. Sankofa only moving up. I can't forget the credits, so the movie stuck. You understand me? We gonna get big together. Hike the bun to my ghetto tribes. You understand me? We been gods. We been great. You gotta understand this. That's why I wear this. We sitting on greatness. We only been in this country for about 5 minutes comparative to the life of the African on this planet. The African is hundreds of thousands of years old, if not millions. We only been in America 5 minutes. Don't let these people get you out your character. We've been great. Now, since we're talking about greatness, in a lineage of greatness, which I myself do come from, yes, thank you. Thank my parents. And so do you. We're talking about Northern Alabama now. We're talking about Jim Crow. We talk about my immediate family, my mother, my aunties, my grandma, my father. They remember Jim Crow. They remember colored water fountains. They remember Mr. James coming to collect when they picking the cotton. And my family comes from a specific group of people known as the Cherokee, but we now know that the language they spoke was called Tsalagi, Tsalagi. I almost slipped up on that one. Tsalagi, the T is silent. This is the language that my people spoke in Northern Alabama, in Morgan County. Morgan County was named after General Daniel Lee Morgan, who came through and did what they all do, colonize, well, you know, it's on some massa type stuff. And the gentleman that they were sharecropping under name was Mr. James. Now, Mr. James would come through after all the harvest was picked, after everything was picked, and he would take most of what they picked and leave them with just enough to get by, okay? And now, the Tsalagi portion is from my great-great-great-grandmother. Her name is Doshi Ray. She was 100% Tsalagi, okay? Now, these people, the reason why we can only go back so far is because they opted out of taking what at that time was, the census was called the Dawes Act. The Dawes Act stipulated that if you signed up on the census in your household, you let them know who was there, how many people, who was working, who's not working, what's the income, blah, blah, blah. They would send you what is called a land surveyor. And that is basically a parole officer, okay? We've been going through the same system forever, okay? I just learned about payonage the other day. Y'all need to read up on payonage, P-E-O-N-A-G-E, okay? Now, Tsalagi, you got it? That's the Cherokee. Tanasi, Tennessee, the Tennessee River, Tanasi. These words are Native American words, okay? Dakota. That's also, if you hear me mention Tanasi, talk about the Tennessee River in Northern Alabama that they lived on. If you hear me say Tsalagi, I'm talking about my people, okay? So these people refused to sign the Dawes Act, meaning there's no record of their existence. So that's why we can only go back so far. You understand me? But we working with what we got. So let's hit it. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story real quick, and I'm gonna stop blabbermouthing and we're gonna get to it. Let's do it. Oh, this song is called Kota Ko. Because remember I told you, General Daniel Morgan colonized the Northern Alabama area. They called it Morgan County. Morgan County was called Kotako before it was called Morgan County. This song is called Kotako. Let's get it for the ancestors. Ashe.
They were thrown off the premises.
Now, let me get that back.
Radical.
Need to get it back. Let's do it. I'm gonna give y'all some life, boy. You gonna understand me.
Incipient.
It's good. Yeah, that'll work. We move when the spirit say move.
No need for the premises. They were thrown off the premises. Radical, incipient, indigenous colored residents who championed intelligence, never had due diligence, fought the census for the citizens. Off with the overseers said, haters really tried to stop the climb, but they couldn't stop the drive. Black Salagi is on the rise. Time I see forever, never dry. Long live the bloodline. Deep as the well is still alive. From Alabama to Oakland skies. Carter Cove up the Mount Zion. Woo! Searching for who they are, who stay awake through the night and constantly look to stars, wondering if it's true. The feelings you hold inside, hold strong, keep peace and keep rising. Come on, I know my people out there. Sing. I know my people out there. You out there? I know my tribe is out there. Yeah. I know my tribe is out there. I know my tribe is out there. Moon shining off the river, bootlegging in the back room, tilling land for the minimal, sharecropping for the criminals. Mr. James Overseer, returning zero residuals. My infant auntie told my grandmama, see the water, it'll get you through. Though she raised the mama branch, matriarch of the family tree. Morgan County is Carter Cove, Tennessee River is Tennessee. Salagi the mother tongue, some call it Cherokee. 6 generations long, we ain't lost, we been home. Salagi. Woo! Stay away through the night and constantly look to stars, wondering if it's true. The feelings you hold inside, hold strong, keep peace and keep rising. Come on, come on, come on. Lakota, Choctaw, Wampanoag, Black Salagi.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Live from your living room. It's been a blessing to be here. Peace, ashe to the ancestors. All praise to the Most High who dwells within all of us. Peace and blessings, y'all.